Hello everybody, Big Planes here. Now before I go to this video, I wanted to give a shout out to my patrons over on Patreon for helping to support this channel and helping me build these planes. So thank you to everybody who supports on Patreon. I will leave the link in the description below if you wanted to go check out that. So I know I say this in every video, especially on this plane, but it has been a little while since I've uploaded, and there has actually been quite good reason for that, and that's because I've been doing a lot of behind the scenes work on how we're printing the parts here and some other stuff, so that's why you haven't seen a ton of super extensive progress on this plane in a little while here, and obviously I have other stuff going on in life because I don't just do Legos, but a lot of pretty much all the building on this plane is done at this point. I mean, I'm still doing some small things, I'm still touching some areas up, like always. I'm still reinforcing some spots, changing some things, adding details here and there. You know, the sort of stuff you usually do when you're done. But generally, this plane is done. I'm now just waiting for the printed parts to return because I sent those off a little while ago. And yeah, so the tail back here, I know some of you guys have not seen this yet, but it's pretty much done. I got a lot of work in with it. I was able to add the radar in the back and the tail gunner's position. Like I said, not everything's done yet, but most of the stuff has been done at this point. And I also worked on sort of the nose area. And what's interesting about this thing, and I really struggled with this, and this was one of the reasons why this plane has been so delayed recently, is because this thing is super tail heavy, as you're probably already aware. And because of that, I had to weigh the nose down. So I don't have a picture of it now, but those 2x6 ballast bricks that go in, that Lego sells that they use for boats, I had to use 25 of those in this entire nose section up here. 25 ballast bricks. If you want to know something for comparison, my second most tail heavy plane is the 727 here. This thing uses three ballast bricks. This thing uses 25 of them, and all of them had to come from Germany. Which, to be fair here, to give credit where credit's due, the Germans are incredibly fast with shipping things. So, shout out there. It took under a week for it to get here, so very good. But yeah, I had to order 25 ballast bricks for that. And let's just say it adds a lot of weight to this thing. Hopefully it doesn't go over 50 pounds, or else it's going to be fun getting this thing on a plane. But yeah, so I've been been battling with that, and it's still incredibly tenuous. Here you can see that it doesn't take much for this thing to want to tip. See, you know, it's just balancing. Okay. I hope the conventions I go to, the table is not slightly leaning forward or back, because if it is, oof, I'm going to need to use more weight. But yeah, this thing has been coming along really nicely. Obviously, I did change some things, so some more of the slight details would be the engine intakes here on the bottom. I did make that a bit more properly shaped. They used to just be square holes before. Now they're a bit better. And the tail back here, I did add some black to the top because it adds a little bit of contrast. That's at least what I thought about it. And yeah, so what we're waiting for at this point, again, I just want to give you guys an update because I'm not sure when I'll be able to give you the next video on this plane, because it's, you know, it takes a little while to get all the prints, and I really want to print the things on this plane kind of like I did over here. I'll try to show you this best I can. I know it's right in the sun, but see the Freddie Mercury, that's not a sticker, that's printed onto the tail itself. So I'm trying to do that with this one because it's nice to not have to worry about decals peeling off. So that's really where I am at with this one. Now I'm going to sort of share with you what I'm thinking for the next few builds, because why not? I want to give you guys an update since you're probably wondering what's going on right now with all my things. But this one right here, I'm working on finishing all the silver parts here, so I want to get all these going out here. You can see we have them here, and I was able to get all the silver parts going back, so this thing is nearing completion where it needs to be with all the silver parts. But the next couple planes, I'm not sure I'll be able to do too much in the next few months because I'm doing a lot of traveling, but I'll probably do a Cessna here and there. So if you have any ideas for small planes, please let me know, because I will be willing to do those. And I will be sort of starting to save up for beginning to plan also for projects for later, for a larger project later this year. So I'm either thinking a Concorde 707 or a B-17. And I'll probably do all three of them, but over here, I'm going to come over here to show you some stuff. This right here is what I've come up with a B-17 so far. Now you're probably wondering, okay, what are you thinking? Now the B-17 I want to do is the Sentimental Journey B-17. I have actually seen that in Palm Springs, or is that in Scottsdale? I don't know. But I've actually seen that one. And what I have here is the tail. And you're probably wondering, okay, why are you mocking up the tail? It's really not that hard. Here's what's difficult about it. The entire plane is made out of metallic silver, and that includes the horizontal and vertical stabilizers. Now, over here with the B-29, coming way over here, this is my other silver plane. And you'll notice that back here, the vertical and horizontal stabilizers, they're yellow. They're not silver. And that's the reason for that is I think it adds some really good contrast to the rest of the plane. But it's because they don't make most of these parts in silver. They don't make these slopes here in silver. They don't make most of these bricks in silver. They certainly don't make these sort of slopes here in silver. So I'm sort of trying to figure out how I can build a tail out of silver parts. And these parts are all parts that exist in silver. So the 1x8 brick, the 1x3 tile, the 1x1 plate. That's the only plate I have to work with is the 1x1 plate. And some other stuff. So all these parts here only exist in silver. So I'm trying to, and this right here is going to be the blue banner that goes across, which I'm kind of used to hide some parts. But that's what I've coming up with a B-17 so far. I put a bunch of silver parts on the lug order. So later this year, maybe around August, September, those silver parts should be coming in. If you're not aware what a B-17 is, it's this model right here. So this is what a B-17 is. Though I want to do it all in silver. So that's going to be interesting. Now, a Concorde, I may do that after the B-17 or before, probably after, because I'll have most of the parts for the B-17 once the lug order arrives. But a Concorde, I'm thinking, is going to be really long, obviously, but I want it to be super slick. So you can see the 787 here, how it has a very clean wing, and it uses bricks on their side construction here, and how it just sort of blends nicely in. I want the Concorde to look like this, but the problem is it has a variable delta wing, which means the leading edge is curved, which might give me some problems with making it clean. So obviously this may take a while to do some planning, but I do want to let you guys know that I am actively working on projects, and I am planning for future projects I know you guys want to see a lot of. I know there have been a lot of requests to do a Concorde. So I am looking into that because I do want to do a Concorde. I think it's a very nice airplane. But I'm also looking into other things. I'm planning on possibly using some of those metallic silver parts to build the engines on a 707, because I do want to do a 707 to go with the 727 back here in the corner. Ooh, and then the 737 over there. So I'm going to cap it for this video. It's already been almost an 8-minute video, so I'm sure I don't want to waste any more of your time. I just wanted to let you guys know what I've been up to lately, because I know I've not been super active. But I'm not dead, so don't worry. And hopefully in a couple weeks here, I can get a final video out for the B-36, because this has been a really fun project, and it's actually moved pretty fast. So that's all I really have for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And that's it for this one. Bye for now.